Hello and welcome to another video. Yes, second episode of Gabriel Dropout, and as much as I would love to hate most of the cast here, I can't bring myself to do it. Whether it be the complete cynicism of Gabriel herself or the absolute ineptitude of Satania. God bless her, she tries though, doesn't she? But either way, if you're here for the show or for me, I doubt the second one, but still, I hope you enjoy. So, let's get started. Lovely bit of algebra to get the day going. And of course, I'd be very surprised if Gabriel was actually paying attention. Do they actually have to... I'm confused of why they're in school, because haven't they graduated their own version of schools already? Does she not have lunch or something? Bored? Well, that's all the time. Oh. Yes, it is Earth. We already know Gabriel's disdain for humanity. She was willing to sacrifice everyone at the... Was it the end of the previous episode? Collateral damage. The battle between heaven and hell, just in this opening itself, in the mode of the singing and the music. It's quite amusing. You see, a lot of people rate this show quite highly. And hopefully not all of its jokes is going to be using the characters as the butt of them. Probably a lot of them, and that'd still be funny. I remember trying to run with hands in my pockets. Oh, yes, of course. Stay away from the dirty humans. There's lots of food there. Oh, yeah, she spent all of her money on in-game, hadn't she? Yep, find another sponge that you can welch off. What is her secret routine? Must be evil. Do you care that much? She's trying to keep it, secretive from everyone else. Oh. She didn't want to be seen alone. Is that what it was? It's either like Gabriel, where she's just avoiding everyone else. They're still good. Pick him up. Oh, of course. No lunch for you. Has she successfully eaten melon bread yet? Her arch nemesis. If that was the true case, you wouldn't have freaked out when you saw them come around the corner. She's the future queen of hell. She doesn't need anyone. Anthony? Yeah, I was about to say that. She immediately thinks everything is a prank being pulled on her. Well, if it wasn't for the white-haired angel, then maybe it might be a lie. They'll leave you if you put on that act. There we go. Having airs of being high and mighty and not needing their invite will make people just leave. Well, she's at least been to shops before, we know that much. Okay. Please be this one thing that you're good at so far. I don't think she cares. Yes. I know places do this in Japan. Not quite. Actually, we had something similar back in my high school, actually. Oh, she doesn't understand the food. I know what Kitsune udon is because I've had that before. Um, She made the decision for all of them. Exactly. Does Satania have money as well, like stipends? I guess they all do, but has she spent it all on something stupid like melon bread? Two. Lengthways. Okay, now you're just playing up being this stupid. No one can really be that dense. Yes, well done. No, it's mentioning how many spices are in it. Okay. Oh, fuck! That looks about right for how much I'd put on it, actually. I like quite a lot of spice. Good. Good girl. That prank worked to your disadvantage, didn't it? You've got to try it as well. Is that the one time that she's going to win? Stop training the dog. If only they knew her alternative motive. Melon bread and onigiri. Apparently the loner's lunch. Hmm. Okay. Well, considering she doesn't really give any consideration to the world, if it's not to do with her games, it's not surprising. There we go. They're talking so nonchalantly about heaven and hell and whatnot. Why would they need to turn that in, and why would they be getting that information? Is this something that heaven doesn't know? Well, she's a nice, innocent girl, isn't she? It's not just single men, though. It's everyone that you want to jump off a cliff, isn't it? Just walk away from the conversation. It not might not. It's not going to get any better, is it? There, they weren't even talking about it. Does it? Yep. Just forget it. Get on with your own life. Play games. Do nothing. Yeah, she does have the horn, though, doesn't she? She's very melodramatic. Considering that she's also been present to Satanya's outbursts because it's been in the middle of the class. I'm surprised that she's surprised by anything right now. Wasn't the point that she fell in love with the gaming because she could be the cleric? And then now she's hating people. Hmm. Surely you can't. I like your outfit there, Satanya. It's like she's trying to work for Gordon Ramsay. I was going to say, how are you going to mess this up? But did you get? I was going to say, did she get something stupid? I wasn't expecting that. I've said it before. How are they? How is this whole angels and demons being able to move to Earth for a bit not been discovered before? If people this stupid have been allowed up, is it too far away? Yeah, I feel her pain. Too many times I was stuck in groups of people who either did no work or just detracting from everything else. She'll be a very commanding woman when she's older, won't she? Are you too nice to be able to? Straight down if it's not already dead. They're talking about the fish. Nah. So who finally dispatched it? It's an onion. I'm guessing are they used to cutting onions? Is he gonna make that kind of joke? Don't cut your fingers. She. Oh, I thought she got bored and wanted to try something else. There we go. It's not her fault. Maybe they'll actually get on with the job now. You're trying to be a bit too helpful, Satanya. Was that skill or luck? I think we know who will be the tester for that. Next time, get some normal fish. Mm-hmm. Of course. I'm afraid you've found this group, you're stuck with it. Of course, you're drawing some perverse pleasure from guessing the rampant failure that is happening. She'll be a great politician, that girl, won't she? When and how did she get there? I mean, it's obvious why. It's to mess with her, but you're never going to see through the act, are you? Getting a Mission Impossible vibe from her. A normal person would just ask. Appeal to her ego. Simple yet effective. Rachel used compliment. It's super effective. Now what are you going to do to mess with her? Oh, Raphael, sorry. Summer. Why has she got an army of goblins? Yeah, she's not going to. You're going to go in her stead, aren't you? But how are you going to flip it? Please show this inferior being how the great Satanya does it. Yes? She really does need a carer or someone looking out for her, doesn't she? You at least got the stuff. You didn't even get your melon bread. At least Satanya's decorating is somewhat. No, you're not getting a second. You're not forcing her to sleep on the bed. I don't think even Satanya's that. Yeah, it's good. I don't think you're that dense that you'd give up your own bed. Wow. I would feel sorry for that girl if she just showed any sense of. Any sense? Raphael does have an odd sense of interest in Satanya, doesn't she? Not a bad dress, though, that she's got there. Kind of like the music. Needs a bit more. Can't really hear anything in it. Catchy though. My question still stands of how they're allowed to get away with all of this if it's being done in the human realm. But it's comedy, of course, just forget it. It's allowed. If it allows these girls to act in the way that they do and cause the mayhem that is appearing, yeah, sure, I'll allow it. You see, if each of their characteristics were toned down about 50%, then they would all be very kind of almost well-rounded normal people. But that's part of the reason why it kind of works, is because there are people like this. Maybe not to the extent of that it's exaggerated, but accentuating their flaws is what makes them endearing. Might be the wrong word. Vignette has a very... I guess the only way to describe it would be like a motherly personality, don't she? She's very nice and caring and wants the best for people. But push it too far, and you've brought trouble upon yourself. Maybe not threaten you with a knife, caring, but the one thing I'm struggling with this show is that it kind of marks my entire life of throughout high school, 4 years. The only character that doesn't represent me, as far as I'm aware, is Raphael. Because I don't remember being that manipulative. I could be wrong, but I don't remember it. But I definitely was uninterested in life and the people around me, while yet kind of caring for anyone that actually mattered. And of course, I did get labelled as, the weird one. How many of us wouldn't have been labelled something like that? Hopefully I'm not the odd one out here. Please tell me that someone relates. But then again, pretty much any character, you can kind of identify yourself within them. That's what makes good characters, that they're relatable in some way. So pick out some stupid traits. Some people are going to attach themselves to it. Well done. And considering this show kind of lives or dies based on its character interactions, it kind of needs strong characters with different personality types and tropes. So, But I do like Kitsune Udon. I ordered a whole bunch of random shit, and that was instant udon was one of them. It wasn't too bad. Never really tried like fried tofu or anything before, so it was an experience at least. One of the good things of being an adult, you can practically do whatever you want as long as you have the money and the means to do so. And it stays legal. Shouldn't have to put that qualifier in there, but this is people on the internet we're talking about. Most people out there are fine, but at the same point, I've actually spoken to some of you, so I need that qualifier. Anyway, if you have enjoyed, please let me know. And, the characters are definitely something. I am kind of interested in where this goes. This is probably not very plot-centric, and there's going to be like some slight ongoing storylines, but nothing overly in-depth I need to get into. But that's kind of good. I need something that's kind of small and easily digestible, especially after things like ReZero or Death Parade. Or potentially Made in Abyss. Need to see where that one goes. That does look... yeah. If you want to see more, please tell me how much you love me. And... that sounded a bit weird. Carrying on. And honestly, I guess it's really down to you. So, get some rest. And I'll see you in the next one.